Hello there you guys, welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news. So the big question is, we know that Manchester United need vast improvements in our team, as we all currently know. So potentially, do you think Manchester United can sign anyone in this January transfer window? Well, as I did say, we have been linked with quite a few players. As I did say to you, I did pinpoint the areas where we do potentially need to strengthen up. I did say we need a strong central defender. We potentially need a defensive midfielder that's fast and got a lot, is tenacious, and I think potentially we need a winger as well. So these key areas that I've identified, where potentially Manchester United needs strengthening up. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, actually, did the players are going to be training in Dubai next week as well, reportedly. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did say potentially. He did say that potentially he's going to have discussions with Ed Woodward, is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So he's potentially going to meet up with Ed Woodward, about discussing this potential January window and discuss about any potential signings, as we all know. But according to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, what he's recently said, he potentially said it's unlikely that Manchester United are going to get any signings in this window. And he actually said he doesn't expect Manchester United, to make any signings in this window, because obviously, we won 5 out of 5, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the first manager to do that since the great Sir Matt Busby. So 5 wins out of 5, 16 goals scored, as we all currently know in the process. Second clean sheet now as well under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So it is looking very, very good indeed. We know the club, like Ed Woodward and Manchester United are still recruiting, to get a full-time manager in at the end of the season. We know Pochettino is Ed Woodward's number one choice, and he is potentially, the favourite to come in, as we all know. But as I said, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did say he'd love the job on a full-time basis. He did say it would be hard for him to leave Manchester United. Of course, did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But, if he does progress well, if he carries on like this, he may get offered the contract, and he may, get the job on a full-time basis. Because reports were coming out last year saying, he was going to get backed in this window, and reportedly he was going to get around £50 million to spend in this January transfer window. But as I currently said, he says it's unlikely that Manchester United will make any signings. But there's been a lot of vast improvements, since Solskjaer's come in. Players are playing to the potential level, and the majority of the players, this team, because £400 million being spent on it, on 11 players, but the majority of this team has dramatically improved under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because he did say he wants to express themselves. He wants players to express themselves, and he wants to get the best out of the players. And so far, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has done that. And potentially, as I did say, the players we've got, I think Matic has dramatically improved. To be quite fair to him, he has improved. Under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we know we have reservations about him. We know he is slow, but I think he's improved under Solskjaer. He has, his distribution's looking good. He's getting forward more. He's got forward more, and I think he can pick a pass, and he's very, very effective. with his passing. Is the man of the matches. So I think he can pass the ball very, very well. But he cost us 40 million. We know at the time we got him, he wasn't as number one choice, the Nemanja Matic, but I think he's doing well under Solskjaer. And it's good to see that Solskjaer's rotating the squad and he's giving everybody a chance. And I think the youngsters are going to grow and develop. To quite honest with you, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And same with Romelu Lukaku. I've had reservations about him, and potentially, everyone knows about his first touch. Romelu Lukaku, it's not a good first touch, and he hasn't been scoring a lot of goals this season. As I currently said, Romelu Lukaku, but 45 goals for Belgium. He's proven in the Premier League, but as I said, we know he's slow, as we all currently know. But in 3 games now, he's doing well under Solskjaer. Romelu Lukaku, last 3 games, 3 goals scored, 2 of them from substitutes. One against Reading. Yesterday as well from Lukaku. So I think potentially he's dramatically improved as well. Alexis Sanchez, I think he needs more game time, does Sanchez, to get playing to his potential level, because obviously he didn't perform under Mourinho, and the majority of the team didn't perform under Jose Mourinho. But Sanchez has got 2 assists in his last 2 games, as we all know. Assist against Reading, he got an assist against Newcastle as well. Some of them actually, were struggling with match fitness, yesterday, to be quite fair, because potentially it wasn't a good performance yesterday. We wanted the team to step up to the plate, because it actually was our second 11, and it was a lackluster performance from our second 11, because potentially it was the second team. There was some big names out there, but we didn't have De Gea out there, we didn't have Martial playing, Rashford didn't start, Herrera, Matic didn't start, as we all know. Pogba obviously was injured, so he didn't play as well. But potentially it was the last lackluster performance of our second 11, because potentially we did make 9 changes in the game, but obviously we expected he started quite a few young ones in the game. Did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and we expected them to step up to the plate, and that would have been good, as we all know. But potentially it was the second 11. Solskjaer made 9 changes, and it was a team that's not used to gelling together because it was a team that's never actually played together as a current 11. But obviously saving the big names mainly, for the Tottenham game, because that is going to be a potential tester, as we all know. And we know there's still issues in our squad, potentially, that do need addressing, because we've been bad at the back this season. We definitely need a strong physical central defender. And yesterday, we saw Fred, as I currently said. I thought I never really watched Fred at Shakhtar Donetsk. We did pay, was it £52 million for him from Shakhtar Donetsk, but I never really watched him. Reportedly he was supposed to be a pretty decent player for Shakhtar Donetsk, but he hasn't done much since he's come to Manchester United, because obviously he wasn't getting the game time under Mourinho. He hasn't played that much this season, Fred, but as I said, he needs more potential game time, does Fred, to get into the strides and, to get playing to his potential level, does Fred, and he could, improve, the more games he does get under his belt, Fred. As we all know, we saw McTominay playing yesterday as well. He's recently been injured, McTominay. We saw Andres Pereira play as well. He's coming to an end of his contract. He's Andres Pereira, as I did say, he's hardly featured this season. Andres Pereira, as we all currently know. So in terms of Andres Pereira, he may leave, he may stay, but he's guaranteed, as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, that everybody's going to get the chance, as he has confirmed in the team. I still think Fellaini, Marian Fellaini, we've had him since 2013, as we all know. To me, he came on yesterday, Marian Fellaini, and he was actually playing in the attacking midfield position. He was playing in more of an attacking position. He was playing ahead of Scott McTominay, and Andres Pereira was Marian Fellaini. But as I did say, I just don't think he's going to fit this new system at Manchester United. How does he fit in the new regime at Manchester United? And my potential opinion is, I don't think Fellaini's got a long-term future at Manchester United, to be quite honest with you. I think yesterday there were teams, there were still players struggling for full match fitness, because obviously Sanchez had just recently had a hamstring injury, and he's just recently come back as Alexis Sanchez as well. But as I did say, I still think there's some players, that could go. We've still got to think about contract renewals as well, because there is a lot of players coming to the end of the deals as well. Potentially Darmian, who obviously started at centre-back yesterday. For me, Matteo Darmian, he's going to an end of his contract. There's been a few teams interested in Darmian. I think a few Italian teams have been interested. He actually played at centre-back yesterday, so Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, did give him the chance, as we all know. And, Diego Dalot was playing at right-back yesterday. He's only 19 years of age, and, he's got a lot of years ahead of him to go and develop and potentially, flourish and, get much better, Diego Dalot. I think keep Dalot at right-back and, take Ashley Young out, in my opinion. Dalot in Ashley Young out, because I think potentially with Ashley Young, I think potentially his future, could be uncertain with Manchester United. Could Ashley Young, to be quite honest with you, he is now 33 years of age. There's been no sign of him at all signing an extension. He's failed to agree an extension as Ashley Young at this moment in time, and he's 33 years of age. He has been mainly our most essential right back, that we have been put in there. He obviously played at left back yesterday because he put Dalot in at right back, did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But it says reportedly Inter Milan have reportedly been interested in Ashley Young. He's made over 300 appearances. He has been here since 2011. Of course, but as I said, he could leave as well. Same with Antonio Valencia, who's hardly played this season. He's been in and out of the team. Obviously, he was injured early on in the season as well. So, Valencia's representative, were potentially discussing. Valencia's representative were discussing about his current future with Manchester United, Antonio Valencia. He has made over 300 appearances for Man United, I think, in all competitions. He has been here since 2009, so he has been here like 10 years now, and he has been a good servant for us because he's grown and developed, and he has been an important player over the years. He's Antonio Valencia, but as I said, he's 33. Ashley Young's 33, so it would make sense, just to put Diego Dalot at that right back position, because I do think Ashley Young and Valencia have passed it. Now Ashley Young's still a good player. He's good at getting high up the pitch and getting involved, as he has been showing lately. But and I think Valencia, will definitely. I think Valencia will leave. I think Fellaini may leave. I think Darmian may leave. as well. We know Bailly as well has been in and out of the team this season. He's obviously suspended at the moment, but he hasn't played that much this season. Eric Bailly, reportedly, there's been a few teams interested in him. I'm still a fan of Eric Bailly, to be quite honest, because he's got good composure. He's got great potential. As we all know, as Eric Bailly. Marcos Rojo, as I currently said, I think he probably will stay in my opinion, because Marcos Rojo is good there as a backup option, because his versatility in our back line, he's very beneficial. He's Marcos Rojo, so potentially I think Marcos Rojo will stay. Smalling as well, he's obviously going to be staying. I think he'll stay anyway. He's got a contract till 2022, obviously, with Manchester United, plus a 1-year option extension, as well as Chris Smalling. Potentially Luke Shaw, as I said, he's mainly our first choice left back, is Luke Shaw, as we all know. Potentially Luke Shaw, he can be good when he gets them run of games, can Luke Shaw, as I currently said, and he is known for injuries because he had injury problems at Southampton. He's had quite a few injury problems, since he's been at Manchester United, as well, Luke Shaw. But yeah, he will potentially stay as well. But these, as I've just pinpointed out, these are a few players that I think will leave Manchester United. But as I did say to you, Matic is slow, but his passing is very, very good. His pass accuracy is very, very good, and he has developed himself better, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Fellaini for me is too slow as well. Pogba's been playing very, 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 very well under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's been providing, he's been scoring goals, as he has proven, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer so far. As I did say, I think Pogba's better in the number 10 position, in my opinion, just behind the centre forward. Fellaini was playing there yesterday when he came on, just behind the centre forward. That's my opinion, on it. Paul Pogba's better in the number 10. I think Rashford's good in the number 9 position, even though Rashford can play on the left and that and through the middle. But I think potentially, Rashford is better in a number 9 position. In my opinion, he's better in the number 9. He's been a Manchester United player since the age of 7. He's made like nearly 150 appearances now at just the age of 21 years of age, and potentially if he's not already, he's going to be on the same level soon as the likes of Ronaldo's and the Mbappe's and all that. Is Marcus Rashford, and he's progressing up the ranks fantastically well as Marcus Rashford, as we all know. Martial for me is mainly a left winger. As we all currently know as well. But as I did say, we've still got a lot of players, coming to the end of the contracts. Obviously, there's still lots to sort out in the team, as we all know, because obviously our objective this season for us is to get into the top 4. So we are going for top 4. There's Chelsea and Arsenal, obviously fighting for top 4 as well, as we all currently know. But potentially, I think us having any chance to where this season is probably the FA Cup. We have potentially got a chance of winning the FA Cup this season, as we all currently know. I'd love us to win the FA Cup, to be quite honest with you. It would be a great achievement, especially with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Then potentially he could get the job, but we focus on the league as well, and we want to get in that top 4. And I did say top 4 still on, because potentially Arsenal are fighting for top 4. Chelsea are obviously fighting for top 4 as well, because obviously Tottenham, Man City and Liverpool are going to be guaranteed a top 4. They're going to be within, the top 4 as we all know. So it's Man U, Arsenal, and Chelsea that are fighting out. But as I've updated you today, obviously we are linked with quite a few players, as we all know. But Solskjaer's basically made it clear he doesn't think that Manchester United will make any signings in this window. He said he doesn't expect Manchester United to make any signings in this window, because these players were linked to. If we do get him, we won't obviously be getting him until the summer, as I currently know. But few things to update today, that Man United have been linked to quite a few centre halves. That's one of the areas, we do need to bolster up, and we need reinforcements in our current back line. We need someone who's going to look good alongside the likes of Bailly and Lindelof, and we've been interested in quite a few players. The main target obviously is Napoli's Koulibaly, as we all currently know. Just some bookmakers have feel as though Manchester United can get a deal over the line for Koulibaly. He is a very, 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 very good player. He's tenacious. He's got a lot of tenacity about his play, and he would be a great, great leader in our back line. He responded to Paul Pogba's Instagram post, as we all currently know, saying "see you soon." Pogba was talking about supporting him, and he was on about his racial abuse that he currently suffered. So that could have a bit of a cold, mate. That could have stirred up suggestions, as we all currently know. Man United have been in talks, as we all know. Man United in the process so far have had 3 bids turned down for Koulibaly. The recent one, was £95 million. I think he's rated at around £100 million, as we all know. But as I said, the Napoli president has confirmed, from his perspective, that they're not willing to do any business in this January transfer window. So if a deal does get over the line, it won't be until the summer, as we all know. Napoli only paid £7 million for him, for Njenka, as we all know, and he's still under contract with them until 2023. So he's still got 4 years left on his deal as Koulibaly. But he's a main priority target. He's one of Ed Woodward has identified him as a potential Manchester United transfer target as well. We know there's been talks about in the press today as well that Manchester United have been linked, with Inter Milan's Milan Skriniar. Reportedly, it could cost Man United in the region of £60 million or more to get the player. That is a lot of money for, considering that he's only 23 years of age. He is still young in his prime, is Milan Skriniar. As I did say, Man United have been linked with him, of course. He's been at Inter Milan, since 2017. He's an ex-Sampdoria player, is Milan Skriniar, as we all know. I think he's made 60-odd appearances, since he joined Inter Milan in 2020. Since 2017. He is Slovakian, as we all know. He got nominated the best under 21 player, with Slovakia, back in 2016. Did Milan Skriniar. He can operate as a centre-back. He can also play as a defensive midfielder, can Milan Skriniar, reportedly. But as I said, reports have been coming out today. Inter Milan could, there's been no sign of him signing a new deal with Inter Milan as yet. Reportedly, Inter Milan, could actually get rid of Milan Skriniar, because reports have been coming out today regarding Diego Godin, who has been a potential Manchester United target. Obviously, Man United were into him last summer. Manchester United, obviously, were on the brink of getting Diego Godin last summer, but a deal, never materialised for the player. I think it's confirmed he has agreed to leave Atletico Madrid. I think Diego Simeone did admit he could leave Atletico Madrid. Diego Simeone, the Atletico Madrid manager, admitted that, but Diego Simeone said they're still working at Atletico Madrid. From his perspective, he said they're still working to somehow try and get Diego Godin a new deal with Atletico Madrid. He comes to an end of his deal this summer, does the player, but it looks likely that Diego Godin is going to leave, as we all know, because potentially Atletico Madrid have failed to get him a new contract. He hasn't agreed a new contract, Diego Godin, so it's looking likely he's going to be leaving, as we all know. But he's been a very, very good servant. He's a top, world-class central defender, but he is 32 years of age, so potentially I wouldn't want him at Manchester United, because we wouldn't get that long out of him, because he is now 32 years of age, is Diego Godin, so he's, coming to an end of his career in a couple of years or so, is Diego Godin. But as I said, he spent the most of his playing career as Diego Godin with, in Spain. He's been at Atletico Madrid, what is it now, 9 seasons, something like that. He's been at Atletico Madrid since 2010. I think he's made over 300 odd appearances, something like that, in all competitions as a player. And he also used to play for Villarreal, Diego Godin. Obviously, he's never played in the Premier League as well, so potentially I wouldn't really want him at Manchester United. But he is a good player, without a doubt, but he's 32 years of age, and obviously he's never played in the Premier League. But reports are coming out that Inter Milan could be on the brink of getting Diego Godin on a free transfer in the summer. This summer, reportedly, it did say Inter Milan offered him reportedly around a 2-year deal or something like that. So basically, if Milan Skriniar does leave Inter Milan, potentially they could see from Inter Milan's perspective, they could see Diego Godin as a potential replacement for Milan Skriniar at that centre-back position. But yeah, reports are confirming that Inter Milan are actually favoured, to get Diego Godin. That's what's being mentioned, in the press in the last couple of days. And Milan Skriniar, I haven't really watched much of him. I know he's age 23, so he is running his prime. I think he has got some good physical attributes, to be quite honest with you, as Milan Skriniar. It could cost Man United in the region of £60 million or maybe just over £60 million to get the player, but there's been no sign of him as yet, signing a new deal with Inter Milan, as we all currently know. So that's the latest news to update you on that. Potentially, we know reports have been coming out today, also that Manchester United, of course, have obviously, have obviously, been linked with Costas Manolas, as we all know. He's a Roma central defender. As I said, he is Greek. He is 27 years of age, as we all know. He's nowhere near on the same calibre or on the same levels as the likes of your Rafael Varans or your Diego Gordons or your Sergio Ramoses and all that. He's nowhere, or, the likes of Koulibaly. He's nowhere near on the same levels as them, as we all currently know. But, reportedly he's supposed to have done very, very well for Roma as the player, Costas Manolas, reportedly. As I said, he's got currently a 32 million release clause in his current deal as a player. He's tall as well. I think he's 6 foot summer. Is the current player. I think he's 6 foot summer. He's age 27. As I said, he's played for Athens and Olympiacos in the past. But reports have been coming out today from the media. A report from Greek actually reported that Man United are in talks, to get him in the summer. But there was some reports coming out from the Manchester Evening News yesterday saying that Man United are favourites to sign him in this January transfer window, Costas Manolas, or Manolas, however you want to pronounce his name. But when I say Costas Manolas, I just say Costas Manolas anywhere. But yeah, he is a central defender, as I said. But reportedly today, he actually Raiola represents the player, so he's currently the player's agent. Is Raiola, who obviously worked with deals with the likes of Ibrahimovic and Lukaku, Pogba, Mkhitaryan, and all that did Raiola. But reportedly today, Raiola has held talks with Manchester United over potentially getting a $32 million deal over the line for the player. And reportedly, Man United have been working on the deal with Raiola. Reportedly, and it did say, someone put something on Twitter, he said Man United are looking to get him in the summer. Trigger is £32 million pound sterling, no release clause. I'm willing to offer him around $6 million a year, or something like that as well. But yeah, he's a centre back. He's reportedly very, very good at physically beating opponents. He's the player. He's very, very disciplined at the back. Reportedly, he can play deeper at the back as well. But reportedly, he's supposed to be a good centre back, as we all know. But potentially, I don't see why we can't sign him in this January transfer window, because we desperately do need a centre half, as we all know. But yeah, he's been mentioned today in the media, as well as he updated you on one of my videos earlier. Potentially, we know we'd also been linked, with Toby Alderweireld. As we all know, Tottenham have confirmed they've extended his current contract till 2020, as we all know. So it's included a 25 million release clause, as we all know. So it has included a 25 million release clause. Man United were in discussions last summer, to get Toby Alderweireld, as we all currently know, but we never obviously got a deal over the line, as we all know, for Toby Alderweireld. But there's been no sign of him signing a new long-term contract with Tottenham. He is now 29 years of age, so he is aging up, but as I said, he would be a good leader in our back line. Of course, Toby Alderweireld is Premier League proven, as we all currently know, but when he was younger, a lot younger in his prime, he began his career with Ajax, and I think he won 3 Eredivisie titles with Ajax, and then he went to Atletico Madrid, won the title in his first season, with Atletico Madrid as well, and I think he got to the Champions League final in his first season with Atletico Madrid, an ex-Southampton player, as well as Toby Alderweireld, as we all know. But yeah, he can play as a centre-back, and he can also play as a full-back as well. So his versatility is, pretty decent. He can play in a couple of positions at the back, centre-back and full-back as well, Alderweireld. But yeah, Premier League proven. Did say I had reservations about him. I did say because he's aging up, he's lost the pace a little bit, and I think he needs to adjust his game a bit more, just Toby Alderweireld. To be quite honest with you. So yeah, these, quite a few players, we are linked with, as I currently have been updating you. But as I did say, I think, Solskjaer's the right man for the job. As I currently said, he's the right man for the job. He knows the culture of the club, he knows the traditions of the club, and he knows the club inside out. Because as I said, he was a great player for 11 years under Alex Ferguson. He scored 126 goals, 300 odd appearances in all competitions. As I said, also scored in the 1999 final as well, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And he loves the club, as we all know. And the fans are happy now, the players are happy, the confidence is in the team, he's motivated the team, as we all know. And they're working together as a team, and they're gelling together as a team. And you can see, already the difference, the vast improvements that have been made in the team, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as coming to the team as well. It wasn't a good performance against Reading, but that was our second 11. Don't forget, we currently went with, but we did still win the game as well. But I think he's got the winning mentality. He's got the attacking philosophy. He likes the attacking philosophy, and he understands the philosophy. He also likes the width as well. Does Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I said. But as I did say, there's still improvements needed in the team, and they are the centre backs I've just told you that we are currently linked with. as we all currently know. We know a lot of Man United fans would love Koulibaly, to come into the club. I'd love Koulibaly to come into the club, but the question is, are we going to sign anyone this January transfer window? I did say, didn't I, guys? I think we may sign one player, at least in this January transfer window. We may do. I do not know, but according to what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said, he potentially said it's unlikely and he doesn't expect Man United to sign anyone. But Solskjaer did confirm he's going to meet up with Ed Woodward and have potential talks with Ed Woodward about this window. He's identified two transfer tags. Transfer tags, as Ed Woodward. That is Milan Skriniar, and that is obviously Koulibaly as well, as I currently said. But as I said, there's improvements needed in the team, and I think this team will, flourish, and I think this team will become a replica of what the team achieved and did under Alex Ferguson, for all them years, and I believe it will happen as well. But yeah, that as I currently did say, but we still got players coming to end of the contracts, as we all know. So potentially we'll get into some more news now, guys. As I currently said, as I updated you earlier on, didn't I? I give you a bit of Arsenal's news. I give you a bit of Chelsea's transfer news as well, didn't I? Obviously we know that Umremme is looking to bolster Arsenal's squad up, as we all know, because he got 5 players last summer, did Umremme. Obviously, Arsenal want to get top 4 this season to invest more money into the club, to attract players' interest as well. And Arsenal have got a few potential targets on their radar. Umremme's made it clear he wants to potentially strengthen his central defensive position up. He wants a centre back, and he also pinpointed out that he does want a winner. Emre as well. And from my knowledge, as a Manchester United fan, I did say Manchester United need to strengthen their, central defensive lineup, just like Liverpool did. Liverpool addressed their defensive deficiencies. They got the signing of Virgil van Dijk for 75 million. Whatever it was, and look how much they've improved defensively now this season. Since they've got the signing of Virgil van Dijk. So, from my knowledge, my team, Manchester United, need to strengthen up in defence. Arsenal definitely need to strengthen up in defence. I think attackively, Arsenal look very, very good attackively because they've got Aubameyang that can score goals. They've got Lacazette, that can score goals as well. And they have got good pace and they do lead the lines very, very well. But Umre's made it clear he wants a centre-back. And he wants a winger as well. But as I've updated you today, recent reports have been coming out today that Arsenal have got a lot of injury problems, as we all know. We know Ozil's future is still uncertain, but according to Ozil's representative, he has actually confirmed that he has no desire to leave Arsenal, even though he hasn't played much this season. He's been in and out of the team. He's been suffering injuries. He's injured now. He's injured early on in the season as well. And obviously, he's got a deal with £350,000 a week. So, potentially, he's Arsenal's highest paid player. Arsenal know as well Aaron Ramsey's going, whether it's going to be in this January window or whether it's going to be in the summer. Welbeck's obviously going as well for Arsenal. They've got Mohamed El Neni there, who hasn't played much this season for Arsenal as well. So, he hasn't had a lot of game time, under his belt. As we all know, Arsenal could, see a couple of players leave. But as it's confirmed, Arsenal are linked with quite a few players as well. But there has been reports coming out today, as I did update you earlier on, that Arsenal have reportedly been interested in this. They've been interested in this Moroccan central defender. Reportedly, he's called Medhi Benatia. He's called Medhi Benatia. Medhi Benatia or something like that. Benatia, however you pronounce his name is how to pronounce. But yeah, he's called Medhi Benatia. Benatia, I think it's something like that. But he is Moroccan. He is 31 years of age, is the player, so he is out of his prime. Reportedly, Arsenal have been interested in him, this player. As I did say, he's 31 years of age, as I did update you earlier on. He's a central defender, as we all know, and that's one of the key areas where Umremme wants to strengthen up. He did say he wants 1 or 2 players in this January transfer window, as we all know. So this Medhi Benatia has been mentioned in the media today, and he's 31, as I said, and reportedly there's been talks of Benatia and Aaron Ramsey as a potential swap deal, reportedly, because obviously Umremme did confirm he doesn't want Aaron Ramsey to leave in this January transfer window. Aaron Ramsey's been blatantly told that he's not going to be getting a new contract, as we all currently know. But I think Umar may soften his stance, on Aaron Ramsey, and he may let Aaron Ramsey leave in this January window, of course, as long as Arsenal get a player in return to let him leave Aaron Ramsey in this January transfer window. And there has been talks of Medhai Benater, and Aaron Ramsey as a potential swap deal, reportedly. But yeah, he is a Juventus centre-back, as we all know. He permanently signed for Juventus in 2017 because he had one season on loan with Juventus, did they play as well. He also played for Udinese at one point for 3 seasons. He had one season with Roma as well, did the player. I think he went on a few loan deals as well. He played for Clermont as well, did the player. He also played for Bayern Munich. He won 2 titles. I think he won the title in his both seasons with Bayern Munich, did the player. And he actually began his career as a youngster with Marcella, did this player. Reportedly, I don't really know much about the player. His name's actually hard to pronounce. I might have pronounced it right, but I might not have done, so let me know if I'm wrong. He's called Medhai Benatia, which is Benaita. That's how he spells his surname. Medhi is his first name. So he's called Medhai Benatia, or something like that. But yeah, there has been talks about in the press today. But as I said, Gary Cahill's been mentioned in the press. Arsenal, may confirm potentially, that he's not interested in Gary Cahill, and that's not one of his potential targets for this January window. But yeah, saying about Aaron Ramsey, as I said, reports have been coming out about in the last couple of days from the Italian press, and Arsenal know how much of a good servant Aaron Ramsey's been. He has been at Arsenal, since 2008, as Aaron Ramsey, as we all know, he's been there since 2008. He's made over 300 appearances in all competitions, scored 60 goals, as Aaron Ramsey, as we all know, and he's a good box-to-box midfielder. Is Aaron Ramsey, and Arsenal know how much of a very, very good player he is. Obviously, Arsenal want replacements, as we all know, and he risen up the ranks for Cardiff, did Aaron Ramsey. I think he only played 22 times for Cardiff, when he was young, in his prime, Aaron Ramsey. But yeah, he's been at Arsenal since 2008, as I said, and he's been a very, very good servant, as Aaron Ramsey, as they all currently know. But reportedly, he did say in the press a couple of days ago that Juventus were willing to offer him around an $8 million signing-on fee. Reported willing to offer him a 4 or 5 year deal worth about £5 or £6 million per season. And reportedly did say there were bonus requirements involved in the deal as well, depending on how many appearances Aaron Ramsey makes during his time in it when he goes to join Juventus, reportedly. But he did say it's likely he will join Juventus when his current contract expires, which is in the summer, and he will potentially join Juventus in the summer. But Juventus reports from Italy saying that Juventus want him in this January transfer window, as we all currently know. But Arsenal are definitely favourites to sign Barcelona's Denis Suarez. According to the media, Arsenal have been in talks with Barcelona over this, as we all currently know. Denis Suarez, as I did say, he's versatile. His versatility is very, very good. He is age 25, so he is nearly in his mid-20s now. He's a player. Obviously, he's had experience of working with Umar as the player as well. This was during his loan with Sevilla. He had one season on loan with Sevilla. He actually won the Europa League. Did the play, when he was actually at Sevilla on loan. And potentially, he did say something about Umremme, back in 2015. He said he's a good coach, and he got the best out of us. And he actually told this to the UEFA's official website. Did Denis Suarez, regarding Umremme. So that's what he potentially said about Umremme. Did Denis Suarez. But as I said, reportedly Arsenal are close to agreeing around the £20 million fee, or is it £14 million or something like that? But it is pretty cheap, to be quite fair, because he can play centrally, he can play on the left, he can play on the right, reportedly. But Arsenal, we all know, have been in negotiation with Barcelona, and Arsenal, of course, have been heavily linked to him. He obviously began his career, when he was a lot younger in his prime with Manchester City in his youth system. He actually played for the Celta Vigo reserve team, Barcelona reserve team. He also obviously was at Sevilla on loan as well, as I said. Played for Villarreal as well, did the player. But obviously, his representatives of Denis Suarez has been trying to get him a move as well, because he isn't getting game time at Barcelona this season. He's out of favour with Barcelona. I think he only played 17 minutes, this season in La Liga. So potentially, if he comes to the Premier League, Denis Suarez, he will be guaranteed first team football, if he goes to Arsenal. And Arsenal have got to think about, if they do get him, which is looking very, very likely, where his best position would be in the Arsenal team, whether they play him on the left, play him on the right, or play him centrally. So that's what obviously Arsenal have got to think about as well. But they have been linked with Denis Suarez, and he's actually the favoured that I think he's going to be Arsenal's first sign, to be quite honest with you. We know that they'll still be keeping track of Sevilla's Ever Banega, as we all currently know as well. Ever Banega, I think, is age 30 years of age. He's got a lot of tenacity about his play. Reportedly, his physical attributes. He's got a lot of good physical attributes. Reportedly, as well as the player. Arsenal of course, have been interested in Ever Banega. Memre's obviously worked with him in the past, as we all currently know. He worked with him in Valencia. Did Memre worked with him at Sevilla as well, because potentially this is Ever Banega's second spell. With Sevilla, before when he was at Sevilla, he won 2 Europa Leagues. He's been on loan deals with Newell's Old Boys and Atletico Madrid as the player. And potentially he actually began his career with Boca Juniors, and he's Argentinian, the player, so he has potentially grown and developed. And he spent a lot of years, with Valencia when he was younger in his prime, and doing Memre. I think he won the Copa del Rey, made 162 appearances, did the player as well. He's got around an 18 million release clause, reportedly. As the player's got around an 18 million release clause, and Arsenal, his representatives have been in London, to try and negotiate a deal, as we all know. So they are potentially, the targets Arsenal are interested in. But as I said, the Denis Suarez, can he grow and develop more under Memre? Because Arsenal have had very, very good players, a lot of good players over the years, and they have lost a lot of good players over the years. I thought Fabregas did very, very well when he was at Arsenal. But they had Arteta, didn't they? In that midfield. They had Cazorla, in that midfield as well at one point. So can Denis Suarez, become a replica of what them players did for Arsenal as well? Maybe some Arsenal fans may be happy. Some of them, may be underwhelmed about this. But it's looking likely, as I did say, that they are going to get Denis Suarez, as we all know. We know there's been talks as well. They have been Nicolas N'Koulou as well at centre back for Torino. Torino paid like £3.15 million for him, was it, or something like that. He's obviously began his career with Monaco. He played for Marcelo and Lyon at one point as well. Reportedly, he's rated at around £12 million is the player. So reportedly, Arsenal, of course, have been interested in him. So that's Arsenal's latest transfer rumors to update you on. But from Barcelona's perspective, if Denis Suarez leaves, obviously they're going to see Adrien Rabiot as a potential replacement for Denis Suarez anyway, because reports are coming out about Adrien Rabiot. There's actually been a few teams interested in Adrien Rabiot. He reportedly said Liverpool have held talks, regarding Adrien Rabiot, reportedly. Adrien Rabiot... It came out in the press the other day, that's from the press, saying that Adrien Rabiot had reportedly agreed to join Barcelona on a free transfer next summer. This summer. So reportedly, it had been agreed he's going to be joining Barcelona in the summer, because it came out a couple of weeks ago that Barcelona had denied making a legal approach for the player. Barcelona denied making any kind of agreement for the player, but reportedly Adrien Rabiot has agreed to join Barcelona in the summer. He's on a free transfer, but reportedly it's going to be a $9 million signing on fee. Reportedly it's going to be a 4 or 5 year deal. And the salary a week is around £170,000 a week, reportedly for Adrien Rabiot. Adrien Rabiot's 23 years of age, so he is still young in his prime, is Adrien Rabiot. A few teams have been interested in him. I think Arsenal would have liked Adrien Rabiot, to be quite honest with you. I think he's made about 148 appearances for Paris Saint-Germain, but PSG director obviously confirmed he wasn't, going to be playing any more football with Paris Saint-Germain unless he did sign a new contract. But obviously, he isn't going to be signing a new contract. Is Adrien Rabiot, as we all know. But he's been a full international since 2016. He's been at PSG. The majority of his career. He got in the senior team. In 2012. As we all currently know, did Adrien Rabiot, and he was capped 53 times. At youth level was Adrien Rabiot. As we all know, but it's looking likely he's going to be going to Barcelona in the summer, according to the media. But Liverpool, of course, were obviously interested in him as well. But yeah, that's mainly Arsenal's transfer news to update you with as well. As I've already given you an update today on a bit of Chelsea's transfer rumours as well. There will be definitely more deals done in this January transfer window. As we all currently know. But Chelsea, Sarri wants to bolster his squad up, as he currently said. Sarri definitely wants to bolster his squad up because there is going to be potentially players that are going to be leaving Chelsea. Cesc Fabregas, as a confirmed, is going to be leaving. Gary Cahill's probably leaving. Callum Hudson, don't know about him, but he hasn't been getting the game time this season. But there's been no sign of him as yet signing a new deal. Morata's going to be definitely leaving. So Sarri's going to have this. He wants to bolster up. He wants to find reinforcements. Does Sarri in the Chelsea team, as we all know. But potentially, as I did say, with Alvaro Morata, as I've reportedly been updating you about Morata. Morata is going to be leaving Chelsea. I know he scored twice yesterday, against Nottingham Forest in the Cup. But as I did say, I do think Alvaro Morata is going to be definitely leaving Chelsea, to be quite honest with you, because potentially he's not Sarri's number one choice, as we all know. He hasn't met the expectations, since he come to Stamford Bridge as Alvaro Morata. And, Chelsea fans expected more of Alvaro Morata, considering that, he was good when he was younger in his prime with Real Madrid. He began his senior debut in 2010 and he played very, very well when he was younger in his prime, for Real Madrid. Alvaro Morata, as we all know. And he was good in his 2-year spell with Juventus as well, was Alvaro Morata. But he just hasn't done it at Chelsea, to be quite honest with you. Chelsea paid £60 million for him, as we all currently know. But he hasn't been number this season and he's falling down the pecking order, as we all know. As we all know, recently in the Premier League anywhere, Sarri has been putting Eden Hazard up front on his own in a false number 9 position, as we all know. But as I did say, Giroud's even Sarri's preferred choice over Alvaro Morata. So potentially, I do think that Alvaro Morata will be going. Reportedly, it said in the press the other day, Sevilla are interested in him, and reportedly, I think he's going to be making the move to AC Milan on loan. Is the current player, to be quite honest with you. We know, as I do keep updating you, it's been saying in the media about Morata and Gonzalo Higuain as a potential swap deal. As we all know, and that, that's looking likely, that's going to potentially happen. As we all know, according to the media, they're saying it's very, very close of it happening. But as I said, Chelsea, being interested in Gonzalo Higuain. He's 31 years of age, as I said. He's South American, as we all currently know, is the player, Gonzalo Higuain. As we all know, he's on loan at AC Milan. AC Milan had to pay a fee of £16-17 million, of course, to get him on loan, as we all know. Chelsea have been in talks with Milan and Juventus over this. Milan do have the option to permanently buy him in the summer, as we all know. But as I said, I think he's keen on the move to Stamford Bridge. I think he would guarantee Chelsea goals. He would, he will deliver, Chelsea goals. As we all know, he's 31. He has grown and developed very, very well, Gonzalo Higuain. And I think, Sarri is keen on reuniting with Gonzalo Higuain, as we all currently know. But there has been talks of Gonzalo Higuain as a potential swap deal and Morata as a swap deal. And Gonzalo Higuain was very, very good when he was young in his prime. He had 6 good years with Real Madrid, 3 good years with Napoli. He had 2 good years with Juventus as well. And he scored loads and loads of goals. And he's potentially good at leading the lines, as we all currently know. But yeah, there has been a lot of talks about that as well. But, also been talking about, that's been coming out in the press in the last couple of days, as I have been updating you, about arriving Lozano, as we all know. PSV forward, well, he can play on each wing, he can play up front as well, so his versatility is very, very good. 23 years of age, as I said, young in his prime. Obviously represents Raiola, as we all currently know the player. Potentially, he's 23 years of age as his player. He is Mexican. Reportedly, his performances for Mexico last summer were very, very impressive. Arriving Lozano. I think he dreams of coming to play in the Premier League. Does arriving Lozano. Reportedly, there's been a few other teams that have been interested in the player as well. Reportedly, his performances for PSV this season have been good. And he's been at PSV since 2017. And, reportedly, he's got a very, very impressive Eredivisie record as well as the current player. So reportedly Chelsea have been interested in him. It did say Chelsea were preparing to put around the £36 million bidding for arriving Lozano, reportedly. But according to Raiola, who hasn't got a great relationship with us, with Chelsea, and he hasn't got a great relationship with us, especially, when we had Jose Mourinho there, Raiola. But he's obviously working on the deal now for Manchester United to possibly get the £32 million signing of Kostas Manolas. as we all know, as that's being reported in the media today. But yeah, he said regarding Javier Lozano, he will be staying at PSV Eindhoven this month, and he said he won't be leaving PSV, so that could be a huge blow for Chelsea, as we all know. But potentially, about Callum Hudson. We know reportedly, Bayern Munich, of course, have been interested in Callum Hudson, as we all know, has been signing him to a new contract yet with Chelsea. Hasn't been getting the game time with Chelsea, as we all currently know, as the player, Callum Hudson. But as I said, now they've confirmed the signing of Pulisic, he could fall down the pecking order even more. Bayern Munich have reportedly been interested in Callum Hudson. Instead of him signing a new contract, he's 18 years of age. And as I did say, Bayern Munich have got a few aging up players, so potentially that's why they want to get a few young players in their team, the Munich. So they've reportedly been interested in Callum Hudson, as we all know. Potentially, Chelsea fans are convinced now. They have confirmed the signing of Christian Pulisic, who will be joining Chelsea. He'll be officially playing for Chelsea next season. Reportedly, Chelsea fans are convinced that Eden Hazard could leave now they've got the sign of Pulisic. But I don't know, because Eden Hazard hasn't fully committed his future yet with Chelsea. As we all know, he hasn't fully committed his future. Eden Hazard is, definitely Chelsea's best player, without a shadow of a doubt. He's Eden Hazard, as we all know, and Chelsea know how much of an essential player Eden Hazard is, because his ball control's good, he's good in the attacking third of the pitch, he leads lines well, he scores goals, as we all know, and he delivers, and he can provide as well. Can Eden Hazard, people say he's overrated, as we all know. I think he's one of the best in the Premier League. I don't think he's the best, but I think he is one of the best, Eden Hazard, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. But yeah, definitely Fabregas is going to be leaving Chelsea, as he updated you on. He's been a good servant, in English football. He's broken several club records. He's been in English football now for 12, 13 years. He made his farewell bid appearance yesterday against Nottingham Forest, did Fabregas. So that's going to be his last game in a Chelsea shirt, as we all know. And he was actually in tears, was Cesc Fabregas, as we all currently know. He was in tears, was Cesc Fabregas. He had 3 years, in Spain as well, did Cesc Fabregas, of course. But yeah, it's reported looking like he's made now 501 appearances in English football. That's a lot of appearances he's made. But yeah, as I said, it's looking likely he's going to be joining Monaco. He's going to be reuniting with Thierry Henry. As I said, he says Fabregas, because obviously he used to play alongside Thierry Henry. He says Fabregas when Fabregas obviously was young in his prime, and he had obviously joined Arsenal at 16, and he was at Arsenal like a good 8 years, as we all know, was Cesc Fabregas. We know he had 3 years with Barcelona. Now he's at Chelsea, and I think this is his 5th season or something now with Chelsea's. It's Cesc Fabregas, and he's Spanish. He won the FIFA Club World Cup, 2 European Championships, as we all know. But Chelsea obviously would like to identify a replacement for Fabregas as well, indeed. But yeah, Fabregas is going to be definitely going. It's looking like he's going to Monaco. It did say in Sky Sports today he was flying over to Monaco, to potentially have negotiations of potentially making a move. But I think it's going to be definitely confirmed. He is going to be leaving Chelsea in this January transfer window, as that has been confirmed. So it does look realistically he's going to Monaco, reportedly. And he will miss English football, Fabregas, because he has grown and developed. He has lost the pace a little bit now, because he is slow, and he's now 31 years of age. He's Cesc Fabregas, as we all know. But, Sarri's still away. He needs investments in his squad. He obviously wants the top 4, as we all know, because they want Champions League next season, Chelsea. Obviously, because they're in the Europa League this season. Arsenal want Champions League as well for next season. My club, Manchester United, want Champions League for next season as well, indeed. And that attracts players to come to your club when you're in Champions League football. And also you invest more money into your club well. But I've enjoyed talking to you today, as we all know. That's mainly everything to update today. As I did say, I think, Solskjaer should get the job on a full-time basis. Looking very, very good at the moment, looking sharp, looking well organised, which is very, very good to see. I think Sanchez still needs to adapt areas of his game. I think, that will come as he keeps playing more games. That will come, and improvement. He will improve, to be quite honest with you. Will Sanchez. Lukaku is already improving, as we all know. Matic is improving, as we already know. And I think, I think there's still potentially players that could leave, as we all know. But yeah, Pochettino's the number 1 to come in at the end of the season if Solskjaer doesn't get the job on a full-time basis. Pochettino, I don't know, to be honest with you. We know Zinedine Zidane has obviously been mentioned as well in the media. But yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, I think we're going to do very, very well under Solskjaer. You know, to be quite honest with you, people say, you know, a lot of United fans saying that they want him in. I want him in on the job on a full-time basis. He's only had a little bit of managerial experience in the past with Cardiff and Mold. You know, because obviously he was a great player for us for 11 years, but as I said, you know, I think he'll do very, very well for United. It wasn't a good performance, but we had it was a lacklustre performance, as I do keep saying, you know, from our second 11, and he made 9 changes, so he made a lot of changes in that game, you know. Did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as we all know, you know, people are still talking, does Juan Mata fit in this new system at Manchester United? In my opinion, Juan Mata playing on the right-hand side, I don't think he suits the right-hand side. I think he's better in a number 10 position, in an attacking midfield position, you know, Juan Mata, in my opinion. So I don't think he's that consistent on the right-hand side, but I still think he's a very, very good, consistent player without a shadow of a doubt. He's Juan Mata. We've had him here since 2014, as we more currently know. But people still saying the right-hand side needs addressing in our team. You know, we definitely need a centre defensive mid. We definitely need a centre half, definitely. But they are the areas, you know, we do need to strengthen up, as I said. But anyway, drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do consider subscribe to my channel as always, I will be back tomorrow with some more live videos coming up on this channel, so do join me. So anyway, guys, take care, God bless, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.